Time magazine has declared that Taylor Swift is the person of the year 2023. The mastermind herself brilliantly used the opportunity to slam Kim Kardashian and Kanye West for being human garbage. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and look, whether you like her or not, this was the year of Taylor Swift. Honestly, I'm a huge Swiftie, so I love her, but this was the year I felt like she went from music superstar to global icon, even bigger than ever before. This put her in the stratosphere of Beatlemania, Elvis, Madonna, etc. This was that point where I feel like she really proved to the world she's Taylor Swift, you know what I'm saying? So look, whether you like it or not, the concert, the film, her singles, the re-releases, Travis Kelce, this was the year of Taylor Swift. So I think Time is right on the money. And it's a pretty good write-up on her. I would advise you check it out if you're a Taylor Swift fan. But let's focus on the drama because, yes, in this piece, they interviewed Taylor and she brings up the Kim Kardashian piece. And honestly, she's right. She still deserves an apology from Kim. Kim was defending Kanye, we've all now learned, and we knew even then was an absolute scumbag. Before we even get to these quotes, I think it's important to revisit this moment where doe-eyed, sweet Taylor Swift was winning this award after a lot of success, mind you, she built on her own. She was then
me a chance to win a VMA award.
So grateful and excited to be there until, yep, you remember what happened.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Even Beyonce was horrified by this moment.
One of the best videos of all time.
And it's like unprecedented that's ever happened. This really was an embarrassing, such a disgusting thing for Kanye to do at the time. And when she heard the boos, they were booing Kanye, she thought they were for her. And this put her in a really dark space. Fast forward, Kanye attempts to like make up with her and wanted to put her in this song. Famous was the song at the time. And he apparently called and asked for permission for all my Southside blank, that know me best. I feel like Taylor might still have, that me and Taylor still might have SCX. I made that be famous was the infamous quote that was said. She condemned the misogynistic lyrics with her reps, claiming she never approved the track and was never aware of the B lyric. After Taylor made reference to the argument at the Grammys, Kanye tweeted she had given the song her blessing before Kim told GQ in an interview that Swiftie had 100% approved of the track, prompting the Bad Blood singer's publicist to respond again. Then on Sunday night, July 17th, Kim took to Snapchat to share video footage of Kanye talking to Taylor about the famous lyrics on the phone. There's a transcript. You can watch the video. I'm not going to show you the video. It is a hard video to watch where Kanye just gaslights her. He's trying to just it's so weird. He's such a crazy egomaniac. Kim, I can't believe you defended this and thought this was her giving approval. She's put on the spot. Sort of like, well, yeah, she laughs and plays playful, but she's just trying to be like nice and not cause more drama after Kanye already did so much drama to her unwanted. And then Taylor Swift finally responds and back and forth. Where's the video of Kanye telling me he was going to call me a B? In the song, it doesn't exist because it didn't happen. You don't get to control someone's emotional response to being called that B in front of the entire world. Of course, I wanted to like the song. I wanted to believe Kanye when he told me that I would love the song. I wanted us to have a friendly relationship. He promised to play the song for me, but he never did. While I wanted to be supportive of Kanye on the phone call, you cannot approve a song you haven't heard. Being falsely painted as a liar when I was never given the full story or played any part of the song is character assassination. I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, one that I've never asked to be a part of since 2009. That line obviously becoming very iconic. And now there was a question of whether they were going to do legal actions against recording this phone call, which they recorded illegally, mind you. All this was drummed up again in 2020 when the full phone call was released, not just the clips that Kim shared. And Kim came back once again to defend Kanye. And these are the tweets in itself. The only issue I ever had around the situation, in fact, I think this is still here. We can click to it directly. Here was the clip. To be clear, the only issue I ever had around the situation was that Taylor lied through her publicist who stated that Kanye never called to ask for permission. They clearly spoke, so I let you all see that. Nobody ever denied that the word B was used without her permission. So she's acknowledging that the word B was used without her permission, and she never heard the song. But the publicist, Taylor's publicist, and I'm Taylor's publicist, and this is my unedited original statement. By the way, when you take parts out, that's editing. P.S. Who did you guys piss off to leak that video? Here it is. Kanye did not call for approval, but to ask Taylor to release his single Famous on her Twitter account. That is true. Now they're trying to say, well, you didn't call for approval. He never actually asked for approval of the song. Taylor doesn't have, how could Taylor give him approval? And the song was even played. And it's true. He wanted her to release it on his Twitter, on her Twitter account. Like, yeah, come on. Like she would do that. She declined and cautioned him about releasing a song with such a strong misogynistic message. Taylor was never made aware of the actual lyric, I made that be famous. So this statement was true. Kim Kardashian is wrong, and Kim Kardashian is not telling the truth here. Taylor Swift has chosen to reignite an old exchange that at this point in time feels very self-serving, giving the suffering of millions of real victims. This was during the pandemic now that Kim was the one kicking this up. I don't feel that, and leaked it. I'm sure her team leaked it. I don't feel the need to comment a few days ago. I didn't feel the need to comment a few days ago, and I'm actually really embarrassed and mortified to be doing it right now. But because she continues to speak on it, I feel I'm left without a choice but to respond because she really is actually lying. To be clear, the only issue I had was that she never asked permission. We just proved that's false. At the time when they spoke, the song had not been fully written yet, but as everyone can see in the video, she manipulated the truth in their actual conversation. No, she didn't. I listened to the full thing. Declined and cautioned him about releasing a song about a strong misogynistic message. The lie was never about the word be. It was always whether there was a call or not in the tone of the conversation. Well, now you're changing. You're moving the goalposts, Kim. You also recorded her without permission. I never edited the footage. Another lie. Yes, you did. I posted a few clips on Snapchat to make my point, and the full video that recently leaked doesn't change the narrative. You did pick and choose and edit the portions that you wanted the public to see. To add, Kanye as an artist has every right to document his musical journey and process, just like she recently did through her documentary. Kanye has documented the making of all of the personal archives. However, he's never released any of it for public consumption. The call between the two of them would have remained private or would have gone in the trash had she not lied and forced me to defend himself. I love this part because she's like, well, he films everything against people's will. And so it would have gone in the garbage if you didn't threaten us. And then we pulled it illegally out and shared it without your permission. Was there permission from Taylor Swift, Kim, to release that message? Because it's like it's illegal in California to do that. You can't just record someone's phone call without their knowing and then publish it. Talk about a snake. Who does that, Kim? That's ridiculous. And the tape didn't actually prove your point. It showed Kanye as another crazy person. It really did. This will be the last time I speak on this because honestly, nobody cares. Then why are you speaking about it? Clearly you care, and clearly people cared. Sorry to bore you all with this. I know you're dealing with much more serious and important matters, yet you still chose to make this all about you and make it all about that. This tape, this thing, again, I don't want to get into it. It's gross. It's awful, and it shows you how gross Kanye is. So all that said, now queuing up the drama, all these years later, Taylor's brought it back up again. She talks about how she was now, going through what she's going through now. She's much more mentally tough, secure, and able to handle the fame and the pratfalls and things that are going with her because she'd already been knocked down and mentally tested by all these other previous moments. And this moment of Kim and Kanye was one that really sent her off. She talks about it here saying, I didn't realize it would also give much further to fall after the joys of her success of 1989. I had all the hyenas climb on and take their shots. West wrote a song with vulgar lyrics about her and claimed that Swift consented to it, which Swift denied. West's then wife, Kim, released a video of a conversation between West and Swift that seemed to indicate that Swift had been on board with the song. The scandal was tabloid catnip. It made Swift look like a snake, which is what people called her. She felt it was a career death. She says, make no mistake, my career was taken away from me. It was a bleak moment. You have a fully manufactured frame job in an illegally recorded phone call, which Kim Kardashian edited and then put out to say to everyone that I was a liar. That took me down psychologically to a place I'd never been before. I moved to a foreign country. I didn't leave a rental house for a year. I was afraid to get on phone calls. I pushed away most people in my life because I didn't trust anyone anymore. I went down really, really hard. Kardashian wrote in 2020, the situation forced her to defend him. Are you still doing that, Kim? Swift's next album, Reputation, featured snake imagery. Look What You Made Me Do saw her killing off younger versions of herself. She remembers Reputation being met with uproar and skepticism. I thought that moment of backlash was going to define me negatively for the rest of my life. She also satisfied a record deal. The molecular chemistry of that old label was that every creative choice I wanted to make was second guessed. I was overthinking these albums, but she pushed through. She continued to do that. And there's another part I want to make sure you read. as she then proved her success after Scooter Braun then tried to sell her albums. Now Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber are leaving. Kanye has proven to be the biggest mess of all with Kim divorcing her. And I'm sure Kim has many regrets about Kanye and the defenses that she's put out there. But Taylor goes in to learn nothing is permanent. I'm very careful to be grateful every second that I get to be doing this at this level, because I've had it taken away from me before. There is one thing I've learned. My response to anything that's happened, good or bad, is to keep making things, keep making art. But I've also learned that there's no point in actively trying to quote unquote defeat your enemies. Trash takes itself out every single time. So there it is, calling Kim Kardashian trash. And honestly, this was trash, Kim. You should have stepped up, and you should step up at a certain point and apologize for illegally sharing those phone calls. You can argue about what you thought that was permission, but she never heard the damn song. And Kanye's gaslighting phone call is sickening and gross. It's disgusting. If you want to learn more about Travis Kelce and so much more, you can read the new article of Time, The Person of the Year. Taylor Swift is all over it, and it's a very interesting breakdown of her career. But what do you think of all this? Should Kim Kardashian have to come forward and finally address and apologize? Should she apologize to Taylor? Are you surprised Taylor brought it back up again? Or is this a defining moment that she should be able to talk about without any worry at this point? She's earned the right. I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell for all alerts and smash that like button. Also, do us a favor. Yes, we have all types of news, and I'd love for you to support this one on the left. Go click that one. This Congresswoman's testimony is insane. We'd love to get some support of our other non-Megan and other Jada videos. So please show it some love and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.